Evening, everybody. It's 7 o'clock on Sunday night. It's Halloween, the 31st. And this is your Sunday evening update on gold and what the futures are doing tonight. And it is video number 999. Um, so I've gone to a 5 year chart on the gold because I wanted you to have some perspective here. And really, that perspective should show you the rally from under 1200 all the way up to almost 2100. So, pretty substantial. And of course, it did take a while. This is 2018 in August, and the high was in August of 2020, so 2 years. And since then, since August of 2020, we have actually been spending about a year or a year and a third in this flag. We've had a move back to the most recent important breakout, which was here around 1700, and we've worked back down to 1700. We tested it again, we tested it again, 17 16 60 75. And if you recall, that was Dennis's number when we were up here almost 1900. So then we rallied back into resistance at this 1840 area, and we have a higher low of 1721 that occurred in the end of September. So since then, we've been kind of consolidating and continuing to move up. Both of these highs are 1812 or so, 1812.70, 1550. But I want to show you what it looks like on the daily, because this has been kind of unusual. We have these big rallies. Now, here's a rally that we closed up 14 after making that high of 1815.50, and then we sold off $16 and then went lower. Here we had another rally from under 1800 all the way up to 1812, and gave back over half of that rally to close towards the low. Again, on on Friday, we looked like we were going up, and we came down to 1783. Tonight, we're basically unchanged to slightly lower, 1782.20, down $1.70 here, but certainly well within um, this consolidation. And I'd have to call the consolidation 1750 to 1815, I guess. Yeah. So what we really need to see is a close above this number, which is 1819 and a half. So let's just call it 1820, and remarkably 1815.50 is the recovery high since then. So that's where we are in the gold. As I mentioned in my charts with comments on Bitcoin tonight, um, while I don't think that Bitcoin replaces gold in any way, shape, or form, um, it has drawn a lot of money out of the metals market, and nowhere is it more apparent than in the gold and the silver. Silver is down a little tonight, down about 9 cents. And the chart on the silver looks, I think, even better. I mean, we came down hard. This is the same period of time. This is earlier this year where we hit 30, 35, came down and have made a series of lower highs. If I were to draw the trend line here, it would look pretty much like the gold in that, it is kind of flagging out. I'll show you what the bottom of this looks like also. Have to go back here. So It's not perfect, but you generally see the trend. Although on this one, after coming down and touching the line here at 22 and a quarter, and then touching it again here at 21.40, we have highs in the just under 25, 24.94 and a half, 24.92. So this is a lot closer to turning higher. And as you can see, the 5 day has gone through the 20, it's gone through the 50, and looks like it may be headed towards the 100 day. So I kind of like this. The rest of the markets are kind of interesting. One that I've been watching very closely is the corn market because it looks like it's about to break back out to the upside. And there is a ETF, and frankly, it was shown to me by one of the traders in our Discord room, which you absolutely should go to and participate in. There is actually a ETF, CORN, that you can play with this one, and it trades in about the $21, $21.50 range, and it's been consolidating since May, and it really looks to me like it too is about to trade higher. And of course, there are options there. As far as the rest of the markets tonight, the oil is down 60 cents. I'm a little bit on the negative side on oil. You can see in my chart with comment that we've been outside of the upper Bollinger Band now for 4 consecutive weeks, which is something that does not happen often. The coffee is in an area that's pretty interesting, as is the lumber. The S&P is up 10.5 tonight, Nasdaq up 38, Dow up 82, and up about $8 in the Russell. The dollar is ever so slightly higher. Bitcoin down 1,150. Ethereum down 117. And the bonds are slightly lower. The short-term bonds, the 2-year note, the 30-year Fed funds rate, all of these things moved in opposite directions last week. The short end was down, the long end was up. That's in price. So the long bonds interest rate was lower, substantially lower. I believe that the cash market closed at 193, and that was down 15 basis points. That's pretty substantial. But the 2-year was actually down, with rates actually up a little. So it's kind of flattening out, and that is never a good thing. All right, everyone. I want to remind you again about Dennis's trading program. He's really doing well with it, and I remind you, if you're any interest, please get to me on a direct message or an email or call, and I'll send you all of the information. Have a good evening, and I'll be back first thing in the morning now that we have power, hopefully for the whole week.